Well, as back to school season can be so challenging for kids, it can also be a stressful and testing time for parents. Here to share some tips and advice on parental self-care during back to school season is licensed therapist Megan Bales-Bartley to talk us through it, because it is such a stressful time. And immediately when I started thinking about back to school season, I think I said to Elle, we got to get Megan on. I did, because it's something that it happens,
yes,
and we have to have,
yes,
a toolkit ready,
yes,
to deal with it.
Yes.
Why does it feel so sudden, like we have no control
I think
when we go back to school?
Yeah, it's such an abrupt, we've had 10 weeks off and we're, just having fun and there's no real structure. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, yeah, we got to meet the, school times, and we've got to make the lunches, and we got, it's back to that structure. So it can be an abrupt change.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. How do you suggest parents kind of carve out that time to de-stress in a healthy way, so we are able to be patient,
yes,
with our kids and show, oh, this is how we can get into a routine peacefully?
Yes. So I'm a big fan of keeping things simple. And so if you can find things that bring you a smile to your face or laughter to your lips, right? So in the car, play your favorite song and sing at the top of your lungs. Or if you have a certain scent, lemon or grapefruit or vanilla or something that you can just sensory-wise pull yourself into a good space, that can be really helpful. And, maybe you find a funny video or something, funny meme that just makes you laugh out loud. I mean, I really think laughter is the best medicine.
Oh, absolutely. How do parents balance making good decisions for the family and for themselves?
Yes.
Because I think, especially as moms, we tend to neglect again and again. I'll get to my feelings and my stuff later. Let me deal with this right now. And then we're so overworked and worked up that we can't patiently deal with that.
Yes. Well, I think we're used to just somebody asks us something and we say, yes, let's do it and go. So I'm all about that. Put your oxygen mask on first. And if you really think about that, if you were on an airplane and the oxygen mask came down, it would probably take you 5 seconds to get yours on.
Yeah.
So if you count to 5 in any sort of situation and you let yourself think through, how do I want to answer this right now? Do I want to say yes? Do I want to do this? Do I need 10 more seconds to come up with an answer? Do I need a minute? Can I just say let me think about that and I'll get back to you?
Yeah.
But buy yourself a little time so you're not reacting, but you can respond appropriately.
Back to school brings parties, football games, I think lots of tough situations, and then come the tough discussions. How do you suggest parents approach a child about something that we got to talk about this?
Yes. Well, I think parents need to check in with themselves first, and they need to own their own stress or anxiety about something, because over 90% of what we communicate in a conversation is our nonverbal communication. It's not the words that we use. It's our tone, it's our energy we bring to it, body language, all that stuff. And so check in with yourself. What's your motivation for having this conversation? Can you go into this conversation curious and as a good listener, and let the child be the expert on their experience, right? So that you're listening, and then ask questions like, how can I best support you during this time? And own, this is going to be a cringy topic, or this is going to be a tough conversation. I don't really want to have this conversation with you, but I want to be a good parent, and I'm feeling the stress to be a good parent, and I want to check in with you and see where you're at.
And you always know that the conversation has gone sideways when the kid says, I knew you were going to say, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Then it's maybe then we just need to, that's what happens.
Be transparent.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want your kids to be transparent with you, you have to have a level of transparency with them.
How can we teach some healthy boundaries with our kids? How can we start setting those?
Sure. So
I think the phones, obviously.
Yes.
That's I hear is the root of the majority of fights. I know from teenagers, it just happens.
Yes. I mean, we're living in a totally different generation than we did, because I didn't have a cell phone until I was 22 maybe. So a phone, a device, the internet is a tool, like a hammer. You can use a hammer constructively to build a house, and you can use a hammer destructively to hurt a person. The tool is not inherently bad. It's how you choose to use the tool. So part of parents' responsibility is to, how do we teach our kids from a young age to use the tool appropriately, to be age appropriate? You know, if there's things that you're uncomfortable with that you've seen or that you have questions about, can you come and talk to mom and dad? Are mom and dad, you know, okay people to talk to, or do mom and dad get all anxious about it? You know, like, so part of this is, you know, assess how the tool is being used. Ask the kiddo, what are you watching? What's your favorite thing to learn about? Because this could be, my kids, they taught themselves magic tricks. My son ended up doing Rubik's cubing in 7 seconds and went to nationals for that, taught himself all through YouTube. So you can use it positively. You just, you know, have to kind of guide them in that direction.
And do you recommend too that there is times that everybody puts their phones down?
Yes.
That we get back to actually having conversations
Sure,
with
of
each
course.
other.
And like in our family, you know, we put all our phones in a pile on the table at dinner time or meal time or when we're out, so that we're all focused on the present moment.
Exactly. Where can people get in touch with you and follow you or seek out advice?
Yes.
You know, I love everything you do on Instagram. I feel like that's a quick check-in.
Yes.
But what are all the different platforms where we can reach you?
So Instagram, TikTok, you know, Facebook at Rainbow of Options.
The kids are out there. Look at you. You're all over it.
Mindfulness-center.com is our website. So if people want to find out more, they can reach us there.
Do you have any upcoming events, seminars, or just the one-on-one workshops for people?
Right now, we're just working one-on-one with people, but we have video series online. I mean, we're really accessible, so people can find us, you know, at their own speed and at their own level that they're ready for.
Megan, always good to see you.
You too.
Great advice. Thank you so much. Once again, if you would like to connect with Megan, just head on over to mindfulness-center.com.